There we go. Music is a little loud. That's better. You do get a mic stream, yes. Honestly, content-wise, this stream won't be too interesting. It's just me mining lemon-stone. Because I have a build plan for my base. I'm just gonna require it. And when I say it requires it, I mean a lot of it. Like we're talking, I don't know, maybe 2 amethyst chokers full? The base build was done. I'll be honest, I paid someone to make the design for it, and that's still not done. Because it's like 200-ish blocks tall. Hello. Oh.
Oh shit.
Hello.
There we go.
Oh, you got a bunch?
It's not a lot, but you said you wanted it, and
All the small bits help. Are you gonna use the copy paste option?
let's see. Okay.
I didn't know there was a copy paste option. I thought I was gonna have to use just Lightmatica and just build it. Auto builder? We have an auto builder? Oh, schematic. I don't know how to use the schematic cannon. How do you even make one? Oh, that's actually pretty cheap. Let's go back into Blueprint, load the schematic cannon, fit materials, power with create. At that point I might as well just use Lightmatica. Because Bruce did say I was gonna need like maybe 5 schematic cannons. Only need like a water wheel? Yeah, that means I need to place down water somewhere. By the way, is the audio balancing still good? Because I know I lowered it just now, but I don't know if it's like really low now on OBS. So if I need to turn up the music, just say so. It's a really quiet day today, isn't it? Like earlier there were only like 2 or 3 people on. And it's not even a Monday. Oh, goodbye. I mean, this is probably enough. Hold on, let me... Yeah, I guess this much. Just gonna quickly refill this. Unfortunately, it's still called limestone in here. Actually, no, having a shulker on me at all times would be nice. Felt like I didn't pick it up properly last time. I have a pretty low render distance set right now. Apparently it's only working in one direction. The heck? There we go. Oh, game. Please don't freeze. I disconnect midair, of course. This place is looking real nice now. Pigs, chicken, sheep, cows, even the yellow ones. And there's these fellas. That's a large amount of them. Last time I checked there were like 4. And just the farms up here, really nice. Did I earn any money? No. But at least the flags still work. Actually, who has been online recently? I haven't updated Gay City in a while, but I'll do that another time. How many emeralds did I need? I don't remember needing emeralds. By the way, who built this mushroom? Oh my god, they're snails. I love them. roughly that direction. Oh, I need to get rid of that Lightmatica. How do I, like... There we go. Nope, it's still there. Ding dong. But yeah, like, we have this path now, and it's like half finished. I'm not too happy with like how it looks from this, because it's really obvious that that's where the path is, and like there's trees everywhere. I need to place a bunch of these trees just around. I feel like. Okay, how do I... No. There we go. Oh, I found it already. Plant tree, strip stream. What? Did my stream die? No, stream is live. Oh, gone for a moment, I see. Curse of forgetting which chest I'll put that in later. The one nice thing about playing on a server with a bunch of content creators who are better at everything than you is sometimes you get to feel smart. But you get banned from Minecraft. Surprise while you're taking shots in the chest, you lose them. Lost 3 full amethyst chokers like that. I mean, might as well. Wait, where? Oh, at the villagers, maybe. I wonder if I should work on this path, or... Actually, what was the other stuff I was gonna need? Because I guess I can always just go mining for deep slate. Where's the DM? There it is. Let's see, what are those bricks? Now that doesn't look like deep slates, does it? It looks like something cobbled. No, that's cool. Okay, that is something else cuts, that's for sure. Cuts... Deep slates? No, that has a different texture. Oh, don't tell me I'm gonna also need tough. How big is your plant's base? This is just part of it. Here is what it looks like from the ground. And this is like bottom to top, not including the underground parts. If you're curious as to what the inspiration is, I recommend you play the original Professor Layton game, The Curious Village. because I don't know, this entire setting was just awesome. And even when you complete the game, you still have so many questions. Just solid game. But yeah, that's why in this general area I don't have anything yet, because I don't know the exact size it's gonna be. I guess I could start filling in the floor, but like if I wanted to be at this height to still fit within world limits. Because world limit is 320, and it's like 216? Was it 216? What was the final height? $212 is the final height. So we're reached 292 from here. No, wait. Yeah. Yeah, that's correct. So that's... let's fly up. So until about this height. Like, that's where the ground is, that's where I... then we also need to figure out how to connect this to there. Right? Because... Bob, hey! How you doing? I'm honestly kind of just... Overwatch? Fair. I'm just kind of trying to think of like what the best way would be to connect the railway over there from like our base area. And I had some ideas, but none of them really work well. I guess like the best idea I have right now is just a path going to there and then just across the bridge and then down a path. But having a separate way maybe directly to your base. Build tentacles coming out of the water between our houses? Oh, she's moving. Oh, that's a shame. We were finally getting some people here. But yeah, no, there's like this area which is closer, this one. There's one right here. There is one right here, I believe. No, sorry, right here. Let me go down slightly. Oh, actually up a little more. For the server to catch up. Slightly more. Yeah. So, about from there to that height is the size of my base gonna be. And I was talking about how I want to redo like this path because I hate it. It's just like suddenly trees. I'm not sure if I want to like fill more this area with just more trees in general, or if I want to just completely remove them and just have like maybe one or two, or just do the park idea. Shift has been making some of these small railings, which looks really nice. But yeah. I kind of just don't know what to do with it. Busy for the next 3 months. You're underestimating how much I'm gonna be online. I mean, almost 18 days. Yeah, so I think it will be like 1 or 2 weeks. Mostly spent gathering resources. Okay, now the music is a little too low. Let's see. That feels right. "18 days with Road to the Base." The problem is that I really just can't identify the blocks he's used, and he's offline right now, so I can't even ask. I think... oh, I don't nearly have enough lemon stone, I only have like 3,000, but... that's just something I'm gonna have to grind every day for the next while. Though that said, I submitted another job application which I actually have a really good feeling about for once. Right, you know what, let's see if we can do some trades. Mending, nope. By the way, if anyone has a recommendation for a name for my griffin, let me know. Because this fella needs a name. We already have taxes over here, but griffin doesn't have a name. There's this guy, but I don't actually like the Fox Guardian, so might try a different one. And these little fellas. We also need to set up create to remove enchantments from all of these. Oh, I need to finish the frickin' games for the arcades. Wait. Why are you no longer cheap? Oh, looks like I'm gonna have to cure them a lot more. Everyone else is still fine. Well, you are completely gone. What is going on? Why did half of them just reset? I don't get it. I'm surprised how much speed I was able to get just gliding and jumping. Any plans in the interior? Nope. I'll figure it out when we get there. I mean, well, let me grab the pictures again. So we have this, right? This is the first 2 floors. So it's like, what, 6 blocks per floor, roughly? 4 to 6? I mean, I'm never gonna make an interior, let's be real. I'm not an interior decorator. So without interior, it's gonna be like 2-3 weeks. With interior, it's gonna be 2 years. Honestly, I will probably just take a lot of inspiration from the original games. Hey, how you doing? I'm doing good. This music is a little much right now. Let's... Have anything more relaxing coming soon? Not really. Let's... Give me a sec. Turn off overlay modes. There we go, that's more like it. But yeah, 8K limestone is not gonna cut it. For now, let's see, like, how well is our storage? Okay, so that we still have at least 1 barrel available. 2 barrels, 3, 4, oh, we're not even close to filling up. Yeah, look at how much there's still. So many arrows. Oh, hookshot, I might as well just take that with me for I can think of some situations where this would be useful. Do I have any quests completed? Doesn't look like it. I know we were working on a farmer one. Cinnamon we did. That was a lot of work. It's actually a decent amount too. Wait, rice should be easy. Onions should be easy. These exist? I haven't seen any of these. Maybe miner's lettuce, but even that will be a rare one. Automated farming. I see. Oh, I need to finish these at some point. But it's just so much effort. No, I'm not a farmer, I'm a librarian. I just have some... I went through a lot of farming a while back, so I thought I might as well see if I can complete these. Potatoes should be doable. Right. Nope. Matsuperita. What's this crap called from Bedrock Edition? Beetroots. Nope, far from it. Why do so many Nintendo tracks just sound so good as lo-fi? The other quests. Penderites we cannot get, and cast iron ingots is still broken as far as I'm aware. Shoot, I had the resources for all of these at some point. Oh yeah, you can see it down at the bottom here. Except it's a lo-fi remix. I spent way too much time today getting this overlay down here to work. Because it's just a browser source, but I had to make a button to enable and disable like the entire background, and I just swapped it for a green screen. So that's why this still shows up like just properly. Then it just disappears into a green screen. 0 of the monster tamer quests done, of course. I haven't even seen most of these. Like this, I know of 1. These I've seen in the end and at Shen's base, but I'm not gonna take those. Shen's not in the party. Okay, how do I not have this one complete yet? That doesn't sound right. Hold on, I need to see the stats. Mobs. Yeah. This is not correct either. I've killed this so many times. When did I kill? Oh, probably with my wand accidentally. When did I find these? Was this from the Halloween event? I don't remember. But yeah, like some of these don't line up at all. 35 places? I don't have any progress on that one. And again, maybe the quest was added later. Wait, what entity is this? It's a villager, but what's whatever. I completely forget what I was gonna do. So I might as well just do some more potion brewing. I don't want to bore people by coding on stream, but I do want to fix up this guy at some point. I'm enjoying this music too much. I need to actually focus on the game. Alright, are you also affected? No, it's because these two got killed and I had to heal them again. What about everyone on the other side? I don't get it. Oh well. Let's head back to spawn. Oh, come on, I hit the portal. Still closed. There we go. Let me actually check if my YouTube stream is even still live. Yes, and even with one viewer. Hello, single YouTube viewer. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Oh god, I forgot to disable that. Need to fly decent distance out. That direction, I believe. Yeah. Alright, fair enough. Guess I won't go in there. Huh? What? What did I get? Discover every bot. Really? I was missing this single biome. Is that one empty? Alright, let's see. Lemon stone, lemon stone. Don't see it anywhere. Which is a real shame. Actually, this is a bad idea. There's not many ores at minus 50 anyway. Looks like the smalls have been mining here. Is this something someone dug, or is this just weird generation? I'm gonna guess... No, it has to be below me, doesn't it? Yeah, that makes so much more sense. I thought a zombie was coming after me, apparently not. Damn, I was hoping I would get lucky and suddenly there would be just some unobtainium. Another cave. Something I'm understanding that you need obtaining for? Oh, I didn't tell anyone on stream my goals. My like end game for the server is piss off. My end goal for this server is to make a beacon out of metallurgium. Full-size beacon. And I have good amounts of every ore except orichalcum and unobtainium. Orichalcum we need to wait for the next Adventure World reset. But unobtainium, well, you can just get by mining. Guaranteed streams for next 2 years? Wouldn't say 2 years, but I'll definitely be streaming when I feel like I have stuff to stream, you know? Or at least most of the time. Nice sushi, where did you get it? Well, let me tell you, there is this great store north from Spawn that sells sushi. It has great effects. Oh, it's down, isn't it? Ooh, hello. There we go. The reason why I'm also grabbing calcite is because calcite with gravel can turn into lemon stone as well. I didn't even break that one on my screen. Ooh, adamantites. I also need to go grab more palladium at some point. I like this track. What's it called? Inside Out. We don't talk about that one. Wait, am I walking in circles? Might as well. Mine shafts. This is a different one, isn't it? The heck happened here? These really just spawn inside each other. Oh, another one there. I used to be amazing at parkour, and now I'm awful at it. Nothing too interesting. Alright, that should be everything. No, it's not where I like the other material. Just need to double check for my sanity that that's not lemon stone. That was almost terrible. What? Nope. Nope. I need another disc 11. Could you not? Which is just regular salt. Trying to stream here. What are you attacking me for? Why does it always have to be so close to water? I need to stop being so quiet. This is why people leave my streams instantly. Because that's the only metric that is actually consistent. People just leave after like a minute because I'm not saying anything. Gotta fill the void somehow. Let's see. Is my inventory full again? Of course it is, it always is. There's some more up here. Take the Kyber while we're at it. Okay, nothing over that way. Sure, there has to be more, right? Yeah, there we go. Starting off with streamer stuff, yeah. I mean, I got the chance to talk to a bunch of streamers and they all basically said the same thing. It's like that's not something new. I mean, I've tried streaming for what, like 8? Is it 8? No, almost 7 years now. It's been over 7 years since my first stream. Tried with facecam, without. There's nothing really that's people are looking for, I don't think. I mean, there's definitely something that people are looking for, but it's not like one specific thing. Like, some people just listen to streams while at work, for example, which makes it really difficult to stream for those kinds of people because they don't interact and you need to somehow keep talking. Let's see. I've actually never seen this stuff, I don't think. Yeah. I mean, either way, like, whether people watch or not, I enjoy streaming. It's just that, you know, if nobody cares to watch, sometimes it just... you don't have the energy to even stream in the first place. But especially with like all these fun people to hang out with. You'll leave watching while working. See? Exactly what I was saying. No, but definitely, like, I feel like streaming single player games is, you know, there's some fun to that, but it requires a lot more interaction with your chat, or just some way of having things to talk about on your own. But on servers like this, like if you just hang around with people for like an entire stream, I feel like that is just so much more fun to both do and watch. Which I feel like has been a trend recently. Like, people don't want to watch like the gameplay parts anymore most of the time. They mostly want to see like their favorite streamers, or just maybe some lesser known ones. They want to see people interact. They want to see, you know, They want to see finished things, not work in progress things. This is where I came from. I recognize this part. And I completely get it, like, watching people have fun somehow can have you feel like you're part of the fun, despite you only watching. It's a weird thing. It's like seeing someone with a smile on their face kind of puts a smile on your face, right? It's kind of the same. Like, this is where I was before. I enjoy originals Guardian now and then. Yeah, no, I mean, like, I see, like, for example, I used to love Nuzlocks, right? Just all the Nuzlocke content. And, you know, then there's people like Pokemon Challenges who do very challenging by, you know, having a challenging hack, having a bunch of different rules, stuff like that. But I also really love just the more casual Nuzlocke, the stuff that people like Psycho do. And a lot of YouTubers these days condense it into a single video, which makes it easier to digest for like a general audience. But sometimes, you know, seeing the longer version or like the entire journey is part of the fun, I feel like. And I feel like that's something that's slowly being phased out on YouTube. I know I'm going back again, but I don't want to be stuck in water. But yeah, like, people are trying to please the algorithm, and the algorithm says, yep, put it in a single video. Because people don't watch long-form content anymore. If they watch long-form content, it will probably have to be live, so they can interact with it in some way. Or it has to be like high production value, like no speedruns 5 hour plus times new Pokemon games doesn't work with them. Yeah. I'll be honest, I want to play the new Pokemon game, but I just never find the energy to actually do so. Like, I have beaten the first gym, and that's it. I've done nothing else. God, I'm finding so many 11 discs I can remake a freaking American Tragedy. Anyway, what was I saying? Right, the new Pokemon game. I think, actually, talking about the new Pokemon game, I think it's a great game. I've not seen the same issues other people have with... Well, okay, I've noticed performance, but maybe that was like once or twice and I was really looking for it. Just playing casually, I don't notice any changes at all in performance or any drops. Like, it's a Pokemon game, it runs at 30 FPS. Like, sure, it's not 60, but does it really need to? People like to give Pokemon shit, but they have to keep up with having good models for over 1,000 Pokemon. They need to have creative new ideas every freaking time. It's not an easy job working at Game Freak. They recently switched to an entirely new engine. So look at the terrestrialization of the mounts, split on what version looks interesting, missing Vulpix Ninetales. That's fair. That said, if you're not getting this game, then at least have high hopes for the next game. Because what they really nailed in this version was just the quality of life features. Like, there's just so many things that they did well that were not directly core gameplay. It just feels good. Like, unlike the previous Pokemon games, it doesn't feel like you're very limited in terms of like what the game can do, if that makes sense. Like, it feels much more polished, I guess what I'm trying to say. Which I know sounds crazy for, you know, the stuff that people have said about this game. But it's in a different sense, you know? Like, sure, there's still test files and everything in there, and I still think that's a mistake they never should have been able to make. But in terms of gameplay, it feels polished. I just don't know if open world is really the future for Pokemon. At least not the way they're approaching it currently. Because imagine if you were playing Breath of the Wild, except every Korok is like incredibly shiny. And to get it, you just need to talk to them. You get what I'm saying? It's like, sure, the Koroks are there and it's nice to be able to see them, but you're also like gonna try and get every single one as soon as you see it. So what's the point of open world if you're just gonna go from Korok to Korok? Because they're everywhere. That's mainly my complaint. Like, either they need to do away with field items, they need some form of separating levels better, because I was in a section that was apparently really high level and I didn't even know. Are you happy with the RCS Pros? Yeah, like, you didn't have any field items. You did have items you could like harvest and stuff, but they weren't like highlighted in any way. It was really just exploring, like, oh, you just found a new material for crafting. Great. But with all the like shinies everywhere, it's just not a good approach, in my opinion. I do like the fact that they made TMs break again, but you can craft them this time, which really... I think that's a great feature. And if you need materials, you know which Pokemon can drop them, which gives you reason to, you know, go out and you get certain Pokemon. And as you have to collect certain Pokemon, the chance increases for you to find shinies. Which is just a really nice extra. So I think there's a lot of things I did right. It's just the core gameplay, or just actually the shiny field items, is the main complaint I have. Because it's not like I can just ignore them, right? Like there's an item there, or there's a TM. Version exclusives? Ooh, that's... I get the appeal of including it in their games, right? Because Nintendo has always been like, hey, this is like basically for the entire family. Switch as well, like you can play this with your, you know, people next to you. You can play online. The Wii was the same, like fun for the whole family. It's a very group playing thing. And that is strengthened by the fact that in Japan, it's... I'm gonna go on an entire rant here about, like, culture and city design and whatever, but basically, because I think it's looked down upon in the West because we don't have... or at least in large parts of America and some parts of need to turn on the game a slight bit, hold on. And the music a little. A big part of it is just that in, especially North America, there is no place where you kind of just hang out with friends that live close to you. Like that isn't at your house, right? It's not like you're gonna go with like to like sure maybe you're gonna hang around at someone else's home, but it's not like you're going to like a playground or whatever, or maybe a library or something like that, with your friends, which is incredibly common in Japan and some parts of Europe. So I think that's why, that's why also in North America, a lot of kids tend to spend more time online compared to other countries. It's not to say that kids here don't spend time online, but it's much less so because they have so many other activities they really have access to. Whereas in the US, you're kind of stuck at home unless you can drive a car. So with that in mind, version exclusives are just another fun thing you can do while hanging out with your friends. Having different versions of the game means there is fun in trading. You can give them funny names. But for a country like the US where that's not really possible, there's so many mobs here. where that's not really possible, it often feels like you have to buy the game twice, because it's rare to have friends around you in close proximity that also play the game. So I think the intent behind them is good. It just doesn't work in every country. And especially with like the price of games now, I'm not sure if that's still a thing. Like, that's they really need to do. Because I feel like if they lowered, let's say they lowered the price, right? Don't know why they would, but let's say they did. Well, they would make less money from each sale, but possibly more sales because the game is more accessible. More people can play with their friends if they, if they do actually play with their friends and stuff. Having version exclusives for this price just doesn't feel right with, comparing it to other games. So, I don't know, mixed feelings about it. Okay, I can't get in there. Great. And my game froze. There we go. I'm gonna go back to my base. But I do agree, Legends Arceus, I think, was... in terms of gameplay, that's the game I enjoyed the most. But I think... like... just so many of the quality of life features make it at least feel like a good game. Like, the game doesn't pause when you hit start. You can... I don't know why I'm blanking on this, but it just feels so much better to play for some reason. It just feels like they suddenly had a different game director who has never played Pokemon before, which is great. It's just a shame with the field items, really. And I guess there are some parts that I'm like... So here's my thing, right? Because open worlds is a great concept, especially for a game like this. The problem is, how do you bring in level scaling with that? Because you want to avoid letting players at level 10 go to like level 50 areas, right? Makes sense. But then, how do you do that? Well, they are limiting the abilities of your rides. Well, that's a shame. I can see the other area. Why am I not allowed in that area? Just jump a little further or swim. Okay, you can swim now. What about flying? That was advertised. Well, you can instantly fly to locations, but you can't fly over this like 5-meter gap. It just feels so arbitrary what they allow you to do and what they don't allow you to do. Which... I don't know. It just doesn't feel open world, despite being more open world than Legends Arceus. because it's still pretty linear, right? You still have that one first, or actually you have like multiple gyms you can do first, but there's some gyms that are inaccessible as far as I'm aware. Like you can't get a 6-star raid instantly, which makes sense to some degree. But if you're just going around catching the Pokemon you like, you shouldn't have to do main story things, I feel like. I think that somebody might be able to bring multiplayer to Legend Arceus at some point. Oh, that's an interesting one. I think it's possible. And the reason I say that is, first of all, a large part of it is written in Lua, which is much easier to work with. The names are hashed, but we've cracked like all but 4 of them. And it has some native parts that are just a pain in the ass to reverse engineer, but you can figure out, right? So then the question is, basically, can you spawn different puppets and then sync up those puppets with one central server, which is pretty much the easiest task ever. Then, so you can have people walk around on the same map. That's a given that that's going to happen. It's going to take longer than things like Mario or Breath of the Wild, because those games had symbols, had a lot more people researching them. Whereas Pokemon, a new one releases like every day. Why don't you just go like reverse engineering Gen 4 games to mod them to like completely? So you know, it's there's not much reason to work on these games, if that makes sense. But you can spawn puppets, you can move them around. That's gonna be figured out like very quickly. The question then is, what features do you want to have? Do you want to only do you want to see it when other people are on a mount? Do you want to see their animations, or do you just need to see like where they are? Do you want to have them to have name tags over their head, or do you not want them to? Do you want to implement a hide and seek game mode? Do you want to implement like a team Nuzlocke? What if someone is doing the story while in multiplayer? Should the story the story events happen for everyone? If so, who should be picked as the leader? Does it need to update your save? If so, how? What if one person already did that event and the others didn't? What happens if you throw your Pokemon at that other player? Should it challenge them? Should it start a battle instantly? What about just the creatures that are just like the Pokemon that just walk around everywhere? Should they be the same on everyone's side? What about the space-time distortions? Or the outbreaks? There's so many things you have to keep in mind and like figure out before you actually start writing the code. Because the code for these, like some of them it's hard, some of it's easy. But it's really like just all the things you have to keep in mind that makes turning a game into multiplayer really difficult. Especially if it's not designed with that in mind. Let me read back up to what you were saying. I would be down to pay a bit more for both version exclusives, or was a choice that was still quite easy for me to make, but would probably feel bad with like the choice of Scarlet and Violet. Yeah, fair. I haven't looked at the version exclusives. I've tried to avoid as many spoilers as possible. Unfortunately, I've been spoiled a good amount of the game, but I don't know like exactly what happens. But yeah, version exclusives is just. I'm sure there's people with better opinions on them. I think they have a use. It's just that a lot of people are not in a situation where that use is immediately clear. But I agree, it looks like they're going through kind of fast and that they're not there, yeah. Anyway, let's dump off all these items. I'm actually surprised at the amount of emerald ore I found. It's not a very common ore. I wish the OST from Mystery Dungeon was on YouTube Music. Let me eat some of my chocolate that I have on my desk. Can't you make something to auto-empty that shulker box? I could, but then the computer system doesn't fully index it. I guess I could just swap it out here and then it's reattach everything, but that takes effort. Anyway. I don't think I've been here since he changed again. Soul Speed 2. Great for as progress as possible. It is. I've just been too lazy to. Skypea has the best view on the server right now. Because with enough render distance, you can see like Gay City, you can see the clock tower, you can see the wizard's tower, you can see the giant tree, the giant mushroom, the Thousand Sunny, the big egg. So many impressive builds on here. You can see this guy. Alright, in the cathedral. The bee. This doesn't look like a chain. Oh, actually, there's something here now. Oh, a portal. Neat. I love what they've done with this area. It's just weird that this got bigger as well. It's a lot of redstone lamps. I feel like this got one more floor since I last checked. Might be wrong though. So many of the big builds actually get finished? Yeah. I mean, granted, some of them, like this one, are just a huge community effort at some point. But yeah, people are crazy with their builds. And I'm not one to talk. We sure never get the interior done? It will, I'm sure of it. There we go, now this area loaded in. I was considering building here for a while, but I know it feels a bit too cramped. Then someone suggested over there, but ooh, let me check on how the cows are doing. Hasn't been loaded in a while. Or maybe it's just out of wheat. Yeah, I think it's out of wheat. Let's see. I want to refill this real quick. Problem with the train roads? What do you mean? Oh, not again. put some wheat in there. Oh yeah, I wasn't sure how to connect it. Cause like, I think he's up AFK up there. Cause like the train station is, I'll have to show it on the minimap. The train station is right here. Right, this small building under the tree is the train station. We don't want to take the railroad and take it all the way here to make a station here somewhere. We definitely could, but like, where would we put it to have it in the center of all three bases here? Right? So I think just having a path to here would make more sense. We've already more or less connected up our bases with this path right here, and here's another bridge. Of course, from here to here we'll need some connecting, but that'll get done eventually. When this is connected. So the main problem is how do we get from here to... I think going to popcorn space is the best way to do it. And I was thinking like, well, popcorn space is high. In the water's not an option. See, the problem with just going through the water, or just over water, is popcorn space is high up on a hill. Like, if you don't provide an easy way to go up and down, you don't want to have the bridge come out right there. Right? Like, sure, there's a path there, but that's just Minecraft generation. You could have like a zigzagging road up, but that's also like not fun to walk on. Quickly getting rid of the ambient sounds. So like I had an idea like, okay, well, let's say we do have something at the bottom here. You could have like boats that are connected with like planks between them, but that would be a really long distance. Even if you did it diagonally. So that's wouldn't have been an option. Then we looked at some bridges, and there are some bridges that could look good here. Especially if we go, again, Japan-inspired bridges, which honestly look pretty similar to the Golden Gate Bridge if you really want to have a good idea of what it is. Which could go like slightly diagonally down to this island or even all the way over there. An elevator, see, what people want is to keep moving, right? I'm not sure if you've noticed, but everyone who's like on the server kind of just keeps like walking around, you know, jumping back and forth. Nobody can just sit still unless like sure, if there's chairs and someone is doing like a performance or talking, people usually sit still or do like a sitting emote while waiting, right? But that's about it. People love to walk around, so having them be stuck in an elevator, no one is gonna want to go over here. That's the problem. You need to provide a path that's interesting to walk through, so you don't want this to be like where you have to walk through, right? So that's why you want to have a nice path. Like, I'm still not happy with what this currently looks like, but this is something you want to have. Like this, you can mindlessly walk through this, but still appreciate it, right? Because there's fences, it looks nice. There's some nice trees. You know, it feels it feels nice to walk through here. Big surprise, that's what parks are designed to do, right? But no, I feel like this really helps illustrate what you want a path to look like. Cause, like, what I could do to go from this place to that place is to just fly there instantly. But walking through here is so much more fun because I like what this looks like, even if it looks like garbage. You know, it looks pretty cozy. Mitsukamedia, the water station road could look cool. It definitely could. There are ways to make it look nice. I just don't think I have the ability to pull that off, and I'm not sure if Popcorn and Guts are willing to put in that effort, especially considering Guts apparently said she wants to move out of here. You don't want a station to be right next to the park, so here would not be a great place. So why I was saying, like, if you have a bridge from here to here, here to here, and hook that up with a nice looking path, then people might actually be interested in, oh, what's over this way, right? Underwater with a glass dome. Yeah, no, that's already been copyrighted by these guys. And over here, and I'm sure, like, somewhere else here. I think, like, here. But yeah, like, hold on, I can give an example at spawn. And I will be finishing up soon, looking at the time. I'm trying to get a proper sleep schedule. So, you're at spawn. One of the first things you'll notice is that this bridge right here. There's also one here, but you don't notice it as quickly. There's also this path, but a lot of people, believe it or not, don't even know about this path. Because you don't see it behind this. And it's also like, sure there's some lampposts and some trees, but it's very awkward to walk with how steep it is. Like, people don't even know that there's a path up here that leads to the graveyards. Or the cemetery. Same thing. Like, people know about this place now because, you know, it was important at some point. And they sort of remember it, well, one, because it's just a big empty field, but also because of the gentle slope, right? It's a nice path to walk down. Okay, but that's the spawn area itself. Let's look at the stores, right? So, stores that are often visited are the ones that are easily accessible. I keep messing that up. Because I'm flying, I can't. Okay, so, we cross the bridge. You find some of these places, alright. Most people know the shops that are around here. Like, they know Eric's shop, they know Siren's restaurant, Plushies, Ross's store. And this is a nice looking path. It invites you to come in. So you realize, oh, there's the grill here. Here is Otto's shop. There's a wishing well. There's a library. Oh, nice. Oh, and there's this, which is, you know, not a great looking shop. But you can see the path this way, and it still looks nice. Like you have this nice sign that someone put. There you have another store, and then this path splits off. This looks interesting. This looks interesting. Let's go here first. So you go here. Oh, there's blackjack. Okay. But if you look here, right? Aside from that blackjack sign, like it doesn't look like a store area like this one. It's not like something that's like right there. You have a bar that's clearly facing the road. You have a sign clearly overhanging the road. Here you have something trying to pull you in. You have arrows trying to get your attention. It doesn't feel like a store area. It doesn't feel welcoming. It feels like I need you here rather than it's nice to be here. Oh, and this also happens to exist. And then you go to this side. Sure, the signs are a bit much, but like you have a very wide opening as a doorway, and just the name of the shop. You have again a store, instructions, but all things considered, feels very welcoming. This place, you have a sign, a slight bit of an ad, feels pretty welcoming. This one's closed with something. Pumpkin Hill Bakery, again. I believe they even removed the doors here to make it just easier to enter. More accessible, again. Same thing here. You're noticing a lot of the stores that do get a lot of traffic feel very open and welcoming. And you compare that to the stores that get less traffic. There is no path here. The doorway here, small. This one, well, I'll be honest, if you don't notice this, you don't even know it's a store. It feels very chaotic instead of welcoming. Again, like, sure, you can easily access it, but with everything in the way and lack of path, it feels very difficult to access. Honestly, this bar, I feel like the trees are mostly blocking it, and it feels like there should be a tree right here. And maybe one, like, right here somewhere. I feel like that would just make this feel a bit nicer. Doesn't help that it's a very one color-ish, but you know, that's more of a matter of opinion than anything else. Here again, Walmart. I'm not sure how many customers they get because it doesn't have a path, but it sort of has a path, but it is very open. And then you have to go down to see. Well, you know, when you're already in there, might as well, right? Like, oh, they have sand, blue sand, bunch of prismarine stuff. Oh, nice. Like, well, I need to check. I think I don't have this one. 4 and 13, I'm also not sure about. Hold on. I don't have far. Bring up the smelter, getting visitors open to the public. I have no clue what that is. So probably not. Okay. Again, this, like, it it has a path, but it doesn't feel welcoming to go up that path. It's really steep, it's kind of hidden away when you have this main road. So not a lot of people will be going here. Well, I had a customer proving me wrong, but still. Oh, you mean the Smalls? That's just their bases. And people insulting them. Yeah. Here's another store. But I'm not sure if it's getting many visitors. Let's see, none of these sold. None of these sold. Sold a couple. But it's unlikely that you're getting a bunch of... Like, these are some good books. Bag of Souls 3 is great. And having additional food reserves. Protection 4, great. Trick. You know, there's respiration. There are goods. Making the entry to look so I don't know. There's some good stuff in here, but because the path is very unwelcoming, people just don't go there. Despite this being still like a decent amount of people actually do go here. Like, I'm positive that this one is doing pretty well. As you can see by how many things are just sold out. Because it's in an area that is nice to go to, the train station. Partially because of all the travel happening. It's nice and open. It's like the Blaze store. I think if they took out their door and made it more open, it would get more customers. But I do get that it's like the feel of, hey, it's, you know, a little bar. And granted, they have very specific items. Like, they've sold like over a stack of Blaze burgers, pretty much. But because it's such a like niche, they still do get some customers. But they would get probably more if, you know, it was more accessible. It was more, you know what I've been trying to say. Stone Depot, like, so many people don't even know about Stone Depot. And we have to point them to it every time. Still not selling the stone I need. And, you know, we have a bear we have to train. But let's, you know, keep going over here, right? This feels like it's pulling in your attention. It feels very cozy. You want to go here. This, on the other hand, you barely see the store block. You make your store look nicer. Partially that, but also make the environment look like it's interesting and enjoyable. Like, if it's all about the destination, then the fun about going there disappears, if that makes sense. Like, to pull another example from the US, like the US, everything is treated as a destination. That's why everything is so much built for cars. Like, you have your home, and you have the place you're going to. Everything else in between is roads, pretty much. Like, there's no, like... there's a lack of effort to make things look nice and make it enjoyable to go to your place of work, right? It's just efficiency all the way. So even if your work looks nice, you don't look forward to going there because you have to go through that hellish concrete traffic. But part of it is indeed like making it look nice. Like this. Sure, like the surroundings are a bit, you know, am I sure I want to be here? But this looks nice. But again, because it's so, like, you have to cross this bridge or go past a not very inviting looking area to get here. It's actually a decent price for an Obtainium. And it gets even worse, like going up here. Like, this is a very awkward staircase to climb. And for this store, you need to go up here. For this store, you need to go up here. Right? Which makes it really... Oh, that's there now. Please let me get out. It's... Even if people know it's there, it's not fun to walk there. Or just go there. So it'll be like... Shows requires parkour to get up? Yes. Cellite still has a shop there. Like, you have a similar thing here, like, you have the Moonlight deals. Awesome. Great. It's designed to be, you know, kind of tricky to get to. Like, you have to go through here. But that's fine, because with these blocks in the water, at least the surrounding area looks somewhat interesting to go. Now, granted, knowing it exists in the first place is kind of tricky because you need to be on this side. I thought the SMP was just for streamers. It's for streamers and like anyone they invite, and for people who work on Crypts and Creepers, which is this guy. Though I haven't contributed much, and I'm more of a support guy for Kotlin. Yeah, like, this looks nice, but it's, again, if you know it's there, you want to go here. But that's why some stores over here, like, you have to go past someone's base to get here, and this does not feel welcoming. So how are you ever gonna get to the Waffle House or the Red Cap Row? I don't know how to pronounce English words. Hold on, I need to... But yeah. Wait, did it break? Uh-oh. Did I break it? Or do I have to step on it again? Oh no. Did I break? Okay, hold on, let's trace the redstone here. Comes from here. Does it? Let's assume it does, and it comes from there. There. That's the redstone. Oh! Okay, but... this... Oh, that needs to retract for that to get powered, okay. So when does that retract? Never. Oh, actually when that's... finishes playing. Oh, it's unloaded, so it broke again, I see. I won't touch anything. But yeah, like... That's kind of just how it be. So that's why I want the path to like feel very like welcoming. Like on the rare occasion people do actually go all the way over there. You know, it needs to. I want it to look nice, inviting, make people interested in like what's over there. But anyway, it's been like 3.5 hours. It's about to be midnight. Might already be midnight. About to be midnight. So, I'm gonna call it a day here. And, I don't know, maybe I'll stream again when I actually have something I want to do other than mining and ranting. Alright. Good night, everyone.